evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are coming to you live on the LI Sports Network. We're at the Northwell Health Ice Center. Game 2 between the Florida Atlantic University Owls and the Farmingdale State College Rams. My name's Travis Quigley, taking you through the call tonight. Producing for me this evening, Gabe Curry, and my main man on the cam, Paul Trentini, operating the Panasonic for us this evening. The Owls and the Rams set to do battle 24 hours after going to a shootout in what was a thrilling 65-minute contest. It'll go into the book as a 5-5 tie, but Farmingdale won in the shootout. Signoretti and Crodell burying, and Andrew Barron making 2 stops to secure the win in that fashion. We come back for Game 2. This was supposed to be a 3-game series, but due to the impending weather coming in tomorrow's third and deciding game has been canceled. So, FAU, if they pick up a win, they'll split the season series with the Rams. The Rams, if they can pick up the win, will sweep the weekend over the Owls and pick up some much-needed momentum before facing Montclair State and UConn next weekend. Both sides lined up for the anthem and the announcement of starting lineups, so we'll turn it over to the PA. Lineups announced, anthem's been played, we're just about ready to go. FAU wearing their blue uniforms with the red and white stripes, red numbers, red nameplates going left to right, first and third period on your screen. Farmingdale in their white uniforms. Green Rams across the front, green stripes on the sleeves, green numbers for them on their uniforms with white numbers on the sleeves. They'll be going right to left, first and third. Want to thank you all so much, Rams fans and Owls fans, for joining us tonight on the LI Sports Network for this matchup between FAU and FSC. Again, If you weren't able to join us last night, it was a thrilling contest. FAU went up 3-0 after the first period. Farmingdale responded with 5 straight. Jackson Neuendijk put the team on his back, scored 2 in the third to tie it up at 5. Couldn't find a winner in OT. We went to a shootout where the Rams secured the win. No third game tomorrow, canceled due to the snow. Farmingdale want to sweep the weekend tonight. FAU want to split. We're underway, and Farmingdale will win the draw. Pass up the boards. Bounces off a Keller stick. High flip in, and Andrew Barron will hold it for the whistle just 10 seconds in. 13th start of the season for Andrew Barron. Comes in tonight to tonight's matchup with a 9-2-2 record. He has been sensational. He's the backbone of this Farmingdale side. Clearing attempt kept in by Neuendijk. Looks to move it to Biller. Biller, a little stutter step, and throws it back behind the cage of Barron. Neuendijk meets Nolte. They're pinned up against the boards, and Nolte will slide it to Bridgewood. Bridgewood couldn't get it out. Biller holds. Kravitz following up, passes to the far side. Near side on your screen. Keller unable to get the puck in deep. Biller a high flip, will throw it in. Batted down by Nolte. Leopard on the ice as Kravitz made a change. Quick reverse for Nolte. Hits Keller. He'll stop up. Looking for Bridgewood. Missed his tape. Icing coming here on the Rams. So they're going to have to wait on that line change. Leach Wilson will have to go back to the bench. Nolte's going to have to stay on. LaChase was able to get out onto the ice. So you got one fresh forward as O'Donnell was able to make the change before the icing. So he'll take the face-off. Keller and Bridgewood still stuck out there, as well as Nolte. Leopard goes off the glass. Keller got a piece of it, will clear. Slides it to Bridgewood, gains the red, and will flip it in on goal. Rocco Bruno manning the pipes tonight again for the Owls. A rematch between Barron and Bruno. As it's shipped ahead, Georgiano 3-on-1 for FAU. He'll slide it across. Fanning on it, shot, they score! Pepe, the trailing man, puts it in. 1 minute, 13 seconds in. FAU take a 1-0 lead. Great chip and chase right off the boards for Georgiano. Faked the shot, slid it across, and as you see, it popped up in the air on Cuccia, which ended up working out as Pepe, trailing in, was able to swat it home. And FAU jump out to the lead here in this one. Off the draw, Ivers will collect the puck. He stopped at the blue line by Campagna. Up the wall, peeled away, Signoretti. Toe drag doesn't work there, and he's plastered into the net. Took out Rocco Bruno in the process. Farmingdale will be afforded a change here as you see the official signaling on your screen, making it known that Signoretti didn't skate into the goalie or the net. He was pushed into it. If he skated into it, then Farmingdale would not be able to make a change. They'd have to hold things here. Face-off would have came outside, but instead will stay in here. And Crodell, Duffy, and Lombardo. Crodell wins it straight back. Duffy's shot is blocked. Lombardo turns and fires. Went wide. McGregor looking to pinch in. Plugs the boards and holds it. Still a battle on the wall, and it'll be cleared out by Blaise Pepe. Pepe picking up his 3rd goal of the season with that tally. Smith for Crodell off the wall to Duffy. He'll dump it in. Bruno looking to play it. Long saucer pass onto the tape of Ross. David Ross cuts through the middle, drops it off, but the pass came in behind Shea Keating, and the Rams will regroup. Lombardo, long pass for Duffy, went under his tape. He was flying across the blue line. Duffy will collect out of the corner. Trying to leave it for Crodell. Pops to the point, it's Smith. Shot off the target. Del Grasso humming around. Puts it back in low. Keenan up the board. Smith on another keep-in. Duffy gonna head off for a change. It's Rodriguez first to it. Drops it off. Del Grasso shot blocked. Scoops it right back up though. Del Grasso and Rodriguez continue to battle in the corner. FAU look to clear as Murphy goes to the weak side. And Keenan off the wall and out. Del Grasso puts it right back in. And Farmingdale will get on the forecheck. Joe Minio on the ice now. As Del Grasso got a touch on that, out come the Owls. Lentz driving the net. A Stabile shot save. Rebound. Second stop for Barron. Two-on-two battle. Joining the fray is Nolte, the third man. He wraps it around. Murphy on the keep-in. Drops it back off the boards. Jump by Nolte. He'll poke it out. And Nolte going to draw a penalty here. And Farmingdale will get the first power play chance of the night. Both officials had their arms up. One called tripping, one called interference. We'll see which one takes the cake here. Nonetheless, it's a power play for the Rams. Danny Tov to the box for this power play start. Let's take a look at the chance here. 2 stops from Andrew Barron. The initial one not too troubling, but the second one on the rebound definitely had to be ready for it. Power play begins and the Owls will set it 200 feet. Ivers back to set it up. Ivers, Nolte, Bridgewood, LaChase, and Keller to lead the power play unit for Farmingdale. It's Nolte leading the rush. Defended by Olivero. Out there with Zemba, Neuendijk, and Biller to kill it. Keller walks around, shot, save Bruno. He'll dive on top of it. We'll stay inside here. As mentioned, Bruno getting back over the holiday trip from Europe with the College Hockey South All-Stars. One back for Farmingdale. It's Ivers at the point. Goes goal line to Bridgewood. He'll return it to Ivers. Walks to the middle. Nolte settles down. Right flank. It's Keller. Keller back for Nolte. Nolte fakes. Returns to Keller. Was looking for LaChase in the bumper spot. Instead, will cycle for Bridgewood. Now to LaChase. Backhand try. Hits the post. Stuff play doesn't go. It's Bridgewood behind the net. He'll settle it down. Bridgewood awaits. Goes to Nolte. Pass broken up. Biller has Neuendijk flying. He slides it ahead. Neuendijk. Olivero would join him. We saw Neuendijk score a shorty last night to make it 5-5. FAU not afraid to look for offense despite being shorthanded. LaChase goes hard off the wall for Ivers. He's going to poke it in. Tired legs. Wants to head off for a change. Bridgewood in. Big crunching check on Murphy. Duffy will stop it at the red line. Duffy, little head fake. Back over the blue. Tucks the shoulder. Gretzky curls back towards the point. Moves it to Leppert. Closing off the space quickly with Seafelt. And easily the Owls able to clear. Miscommunication between McGregor and Duffy as the puck was left for nobody there. Duffy gets a piece of it. Crodell on his horse, wheeling ahead. Has Leppert driving the net. Backhand pass blocked by Campagna. Cleared out of the zone. Foot race between McGregor and Cuccia. Barron's going to have to play this one. And we're back to 5-on-5 hockey now as Tov comes out of the box. And the Owls have been 100% on the penalty kill this weekend. Lombardo to Crodell. Drives wide. Hooks it around to Duffy. Couldn't settle. Leppert's shot is blocked by Cuccia. A hack at it. Leppert on the keep-in. Goes right to Pepe, and he's out with some space now. Pepe drives in and shoots. McGregor got a stick on it. Campagna on the keep. All the way around for Georgiano. McGregor plays the body on him. Leppert looking to skate it. He's crunched by a couple Owls. Pulled out of the pile by McGregor. Looks across ice for Del Grosso. Beautiful spin on the reception. He's gone. Crodell's driving. Del Grosso couldn't get the pass out to Crodell. Duffy there to pick one off. His shot's blocked. Georgiano now will regroup behind the net. Crodell and Duffy head off. O'Donnell and Trabb jump on. Little head fake from Murphy. He'll wheel through neutral ice. Del Grosso takes the puck away from him, and out comes O'Donnell. Nolte for O'Donnell. He'll flip it in. Keenan is back to settle it. Del Grosso gets on him. Forces a turnover. O'Donnell with it. Del Grosso can't get a shot off. It's Trabb to the point. Nolte back to the corner. O'Donnell trying to roll out of the corner here. Taken away. Skated out by Ross. Hacked out of the air by Nolte. Seafelt puts it cross corner. Keating and Kravitz meet the puck, and Kravitz wins the battle as Del Grosso sends it down. Icing waved off as it made contact with the stick of Sean Vasiliev. O'Donnell in there, and O'Donnell going to get called for a penalty here. Got the stick up in the midsection, and the Owls will go on the power play. Chance for FAU to extend the lead here. They kill off the penalty a few minutes ago. Now they get a chance of their own on the man advantage. Neuendijk, Keenan, Biller, Murphy, Basher. The power play unit for FAU. Farmingdale responds with Crodell, Lombardo up front, Leppert, McGregor on the back end. 12:51 to go in period one, and Neuendijk wins the faceoff. Basher gets it right side from Murphy. His shot well over the head of Barron. Neuendijk settles things down, goes to the goal line with it. Leon Biller for Neuendijk. Now to Murphy. His shot's blocked by Crodell. Basher trying to send it low. Leppert read it, jumped it, and a high flip out. Bounces in. Crodell held the line, stayed on side. He'll get to the puck first, just wanted to keep it deep. And now we'll go off for a change, keeping fresh bodies out there for the Rams. 30 seconds gone by on the power play chance. Neuendijk leads the rush. 4 goals last night for Jackson Neuendijk. Led the way for the Owls. Basher gets the pass, goes back door, broken up by Leppert. Across to Murphy. Murphy to Basher. Murphy up top. Shot off a stick. He'll keep it in. Now it's Jackson Neuendijk. Rolls to the corner. It's Biller. Biller, Murphy, Neuendijk. Shot blocked by Lombardo. Basher rolls back to the point with it. Moves it to Neuendijk on his left. Goal line for Biller. Keller got a piece of the pass. Up to the point for Basher. Couldn't settle it down. Slides it from Murphy. Back to Basher. 40 left on the penalty to O'Donnell. Murphy at the point. Block shot again. And it's cleared to the corner by McGregor. Lombardo, 2 blocks in the last 25 seconds. Left at the point for Neuendijk. He'll open up. Lombardo was in the lane, so he couldn't put it to the cage. Leaves it. Murphy, back door. One-timer goes behind the net. Neuendijk spins it out front. Nobody there. Basher pokes it back to the corner. Biller pinned on the wall by Keller. Keenan slides it up top for Basher. Rolls middle once more. Now to Murphy. Right back to him. Basher to Neuendijk. Left flank. Shot. Save. Rebound. Cleared out by McGregor. And Farmingdale will kill off the penalty. Back to 5-on-5. O'Donnell to the bench. Good puck movement from the Owls. Rams getting in shooting lanes and passing lanes for the full 2 minutes. Not giving up any grade A opportunities there. And we stay 1-0. As Smith jumps it. Just stays inside the rink. Stabile, cross ice, offside as Tav was well ahead of the puck. 1-0 FAU over Farmingdale. Lone goal scorer so far in this one, Blaze Pepe. His 3rd of the season, the Richboro, PA native. Again, want to thank Owls fans, Rams fans for joining us tonight on the LI Sports Network. Travis Quigley here on the call, on the camera, Paul Trentini. And our producer, Gabe Takuri. Leach Wilson will fan on the dump in. Now gets it, second try. Olivero settles things down. Over to Stabile. Stabile, long pass. Smith right over his stick. And Tav, odd man rush. Tav with numbers. Pad save for Barron. Looking for the pop play there. LaChase cross ice to Ivers. Signoretti driving the net. Ivers goes wide. Backdoor try. Hits a skate. Bruno covers. Past the halfway point of the first period. Both teams have settled nicely into this game. Each have had a power play chance that they could not capitalize on. It was FAU who scored just 1:33 in. At the dot, one to the wall for Minio. Back for Kravitz. Kravitz gonna shoot it in for Del Grasso. Walking out of the corner, rolls, slides it to Minio. Minio, pass is blocked. Vasiliev in the lane. Minio recovers it. Over to Kravitz. That shot gets through. Punched away by Bruno. Minio to Nolte. Right back to him. Has room to roll the circle. He lets it go. That went wide. Not sure Bruno saw that one until it got past him and hit the back wall. Campagna trying to clear. Minio on the keep-in. Joe Minio having a good shift here. Took a check, and Giorgiano took the puck. Pepe Leaves it for Georgiano, gets it back. Looking slot. Paddle stop Barron, covers it. And Farmingdale will make a wholesale line change, as will the Owls. .909 left in the first period. Draw one back to the right of Barron. Kept in by the Owls. It goes wide there. Duffy dropping down to collect. Duffy pressured by Ross. They'll drop it off for Leach Wilson. Now to Leppert. Leppert opens up for Crodell over his stick. Duffy into the zone before the biscuit. And offside called at 8:50 to go in the first period. Plenty of former Rams in the house tonight. Jordan DeLuciano, Johnny McCann, always coming down to show their support. I know Danny Rotan's always tuned in. He hasn't sent me a text yet, but I'm sure he's watching. Leppert with the high flip, kicked away by Keenan. Crodell overskates it. Slid over for Ross. Ross trying to put it past Leach Wilson. Carries around the net. Keating off the wall. Seafelt for Keating on the cycle. Knocked down by Aaron Leach Wilson. Keenan on the keep-in. Jumps over the stick of Duffy, slid to the slot, drop pass. Keating one-timer, parried aside. Keating back to the point for Keenan. Throws it in hard, the UNLV transfer. Murphy, he pinched to keep it. Now back around to the weak side for Lombardo. He's got time on the boards here. Lombardo back to Leach Wilson. Looking through the middle. Keating got it with the skate, but was outside the zone. Rams regroup. Leach Wilson's pass broken up by Keating. Farmingdale having a tough time getting out of the zone right now. 7:45 remaining in period one. Duffy returns it to Lombardo. Goes through the middle against the red and dumps it in. Bruno thought about playing it out, but Leppert smartly goes right to the netminder, forces him to take the whistle. And now Farmingdale, after spending a few minutes in the D zone, will get an offensive zone draw. Looking to tie this up, down by one. Lone goal scorer, Blaze Pepe for the Owls. Right of Bruno. O'Donnell wins it. Keller puts it into the corner for Bridgewood. Going to keep possession. Owls looking to break out. Basher up the wall. Smith on the keep-in over Bruno's head. It's Biller leading the breakout, trying to go off the wall for Neuendijk. Couldn't put it deep. McGregor stopped him up. Tommy Smith, fanned on the pass, continues to battle, and now gets it to Bridgewood. Drop back for McGregor. On the backhand, clears it out. Keenan stops it in front of his own bench. Farmingdale trying to take it back. They do. It's Bridgewood. Bridgewood protecting the puck. He shoots, save, rebound over the stick of O'Donnell. Basher to Biller. And Leon Biller, a little head fake, comes onto his forehand, looking for Neuendijk. Pass in and get to him. Off the boards, leaves it for Basher. Keller takes it away now. Keller gets the puck out of the zone. Neuendijk and Bridgewood going out a little bit, having a few words. Poke check there, McGregor. He'll put it off the wall and down the sheet. Foot race, no icing as Olivero got there before it crossed the goal line. Cross-ice dish for Tov. Goes wide. Tov trying to go to the backhand. Missed the net there. Nolte got a piece. 6:15 to go in the first. Farmingdale get it out. Dump back in. Owls must tag. Barron will stop it up for Jacob Kravitz. Kravitz. Pass intercepted. Kravitz works hard, though. Gets it back. And he'll lead the breakout. Gains the red and throws it in. Took a hard check from Tov. But sometimes you got to take the hit to make the play. Nolte keeps it, throws it in deep for Ivers. Ivers out front, backdoor try, what a save! Rocco Bruno got it with the glove, that was insane! Take another look at this. That's what you call heart and effort. As it kicks across the blue paint, Signer ready to one knee with the shovel shot. And Bruno snags it out of the air with the glove. What a stop from the FAU netminder. Fake shot from Kravitz. Minio to Nolte. That one off the body of Campagna. Through the middle, Owls clear the zone. Skips across to Rodriguez, but he overskates it. Del Grosso battling. Couldn't keep possession as it's flipped out of play. 5:31 left in the first. Let's take another look at that stop. It could easily be a 1-1 game right now, if not for Rocco Bruno. Ivers was looking for the chase. It pops to Signoretti, and Bruno just unbelievable. Owls possess off the draw and neutral ice. Cucci over the line, going wide on Leach Wilson. He's gonna throw it back to the point. Shot deflected, missed the net. Leppert cuts the cage, it goes to Minio. Minio has room to skate. Joe Minio looking outside for Del Grosso, just ahead of him. Owls come out, over to Giorgiano. Giorgiano, drop pass, Pepe, slap shot. Left pad, kicks it away for Andrew Barron. Rodriguez takes it from Leppert. Del Grosso in his skates, knocked to the ice by Murphy, poked out by Rodriguez, and Minio will throw it in on the soft chip as they head off for a line change. 3 forwards off, 3 on for the Rams. 4:40 remaining in the first. Keating getting after it. Icing going to be called here on FAU as Leppert won the foot race, and the Rams will have an offensive zone draw. Still looking for the tying goal here. Again, this was supposed to be a 3-game set this weekend. Due to the snow coming in tomorrow, the game was canceled, so it has become just a 2-game set. Farmingdale took last night with the shootout win, as McGregor from the point punched away, out of play by Bruno. FAU win, they split the season series. Farmingdale win, they sweep the weekend and the season series. Last night's game was an absolute treat, and this one certainly through the first 15 and a half minutes has also matched the billing as it's one back to Smith. He'll put it into the corner. Murphy to Keenan. He leads the rush. Keenan across to Seafelt. Seafelt through the middle. Glove save. Barron pops over the net. Duffy hacks at it. Smith plays the body on Keating. Comes through the middle to Ross. He'll turn and shoot. Barron fights it off. Keeps it close to the body and takes the whistle. Shade over 4 minutes to go in the opening period. Rams win it, weak side. Keenan on the keep in, deflected. Barron tracks the puck well there. Seafelt got a good touch on it. Barron doesn't let it get past him. Andrew Barron has become a reliable force between the pipes. I said it last night. Has already built a pretty strong legacy for himself in a Rams uniform, and he's only a sophomore. Crodell plays it out into space. Duffy overskates the puck. Lombardo's trying to get it to the net. Instead, it's the Owls who get it out. Ross chips it in. Murphy on it first. Murphy takes it around Nolte. Now around Duffy. Goes across off the wall. Both sides still looking to take possession. It's the Owls now. Ross spins it around just too far in front of Neuendijk. Crodell hacks it to Lombardo, and he'll flip it out for the red line. Murphy hooks it to Olivero. Olivero delays, now dumps it in. Bacher's going to get to it first. Puts it back past Kravitz. High flip from Nolte. Settled by Murphy. Over to Olivero. O'Donnell is the first forechecker. Stays with the Owls through the middle to Neuendijk. Now Biller back for Neuendijk. Looking for Biller. Got the stick lifted by Nolte. Smart play from the Rams defenseman. Olivero from the point. Pad stop for Barron. Bridgewood clears the zone. Glove down, back north for FAU. Jackson Neuendijk, top of the circle, stops up. 2 Rams close off the space quickly. Basher in to help him. Arm up. There is a delayed penalty coming here. And it looks like it's a roughing call on Nolte. So another power play chance here for FAU late in the first period. 2:35 to go in the opening 20. And Nolte heads to the box, 2 for roughing. FAU go back with the power play unit of Biller, Neuendijk, Keenan, Murphy, and Basher. Same 4 to start the last penalty kill for the Rams of Leopard and McGregor on the back end, Crodell and Lombardo up top. And Crodell will win the draw, but it goes to the wall where McGregor vacated the space and Biller took possession. It's Biller over to Neuendijk. Now to Murphy, returns it to the goal line. Biller, bumper pass, blocked off by McGregor, kept in Murphy. Basher to Murphy. He shoots, blocked again by McGregor. Neuendijk takes it from the hash, goes to Murphy. They switch spots. Looks for Neuendijk again. Goal line. Biller, now Murphy. Still looking for Neuendijk. Bumper spot, Keenan went through his feet. Neuendijk, center point, rolls to the right flank and lets it go. Deflected wide. Keenan behind the net as it's pushed off and we get a stoppage. No change for the Rams. 1:15 remaining on the power play. 1:50 to go in the period. Travis Quigley here on the mic. Gabe Takuri, our producer. Paul Trentini on the cam. Happy to be here, taking you through the call of FAU FSC here at the Northwell Health Ice Center. Live on the LI Sports Network. Basher walks, goes to the goal line. Back for Basher from Keenan. Murphy to Neuendijk on the flank. He'll let it go. Barron takes it in the breadbasket. Bridgewood, Keller, Kravitz, Smith on the ice now for the Rams. Neuendijk wins it too clean, and they'll go all the way back into his defensive zone. Owls have to break things out now. Murphy, traveling through neutral ice, enters the O-zone. Walks to the middle for Neuendijk. Goal line to Biller, back for Neuendijk. Biller to Keenan, bumper spot, back to Biller. Shot, save, Barron, net off again. Approaching the final minute, and FAU gonna change up this power play unit now. Ross, Cuccia, Tav, Georgiano, Olivero jump over the boards for the Owls. FAU possess to the goal line. Final minute in period 1. Georgiano all the way to Cuccia. One-timer Olivero blocked. Save. They score! It pops right to Ross for the rebound, and he scores. Barron didn't see it on the power play. 2-0 for FAU. Olivero was just trying to get it to the net. Went off a body and pops right to Ross, who just shovels it back to the cage and puts it in as Barron was trying to reset himself. And Ross, with his 4th goal of this season, again, gets it on the power play. The Pembroke Pines native puts his side up 2-0 late in period 1. Shot wide from Georgiano. Cuccia gets there first, though. Goes to the corner. Went right through the stick of Pepe. McGregor trying to clear. A high flip is going to be an icing going against the Rams. Rams got to try to find some more tape here. Electing for the high flip a bit too often here in this first period. Cuccia, the center, picks the side left of Barron with 32 seconds left. Cuccia wins it back. Trying to get through Signoretti. Leopard gets it up to him now. Moves it to Ivers. Ivers Driving in wide. Hooks it into the slot. Nobody there. Goes back to McGregor. He'll keep possession. McGregor has a lane here. Goal line. LeChase couldn't handle it. 10 seconds to go. McGregor plays the body. And the Owls content to just eat this one on the wall. Let time expire. FAU with a 2-0 lead after 20 minutes of play. An early goal for the Owls set the tone, as it was Blaise Pepe here off this 3-on-1 that got the opening marker. Just diving in, trailing late to get the tally there. A chance for FAU to make it 2-0 on an opportunity that required Barron to make 2 quick stops right in a row as the rebound sat out in front of him. And buzzing through was Lentz for the second chance. Couldn't get it to go, though. Here, oh so close to the Rams making it a 1-1 hockey game. Ivers out front. Karam's off a skate right to Signoretti. But Rocco Bruno absolutely robs him with the glove hand. Just an incredible stop there. And then as we saw late in the first on the power play, the Olivero blast blocked in front. Kicks over to Ross, and he puts it upstairs past a sprawling Barron and made it 2-0 for Florida Atlantic University. Zamboni getting ready to come out onto the ice now. Owls with the lead, just like they had last night after 20 minutes of play. We'll see how the Rams respond. It was a good period from both sides, but just FAU able to find the back of the net so far. 40 minutes of hockey remaining. Again, want to thank you all for joining us here on the LI Sports Network. Make sure you follow us on social media and hit subscribe on YouTube, as we have continued coverage of Long Island High School hockey and all of our local college hockey teams right here on LISN for the remainder of the regular season and playoffs right around the corner. Travis Quigley here on the call, Gabe Takuri producing for us tonight, and Paul Trentini, my main man on the cam. The three of us super happy to be here for FAU versus FSC, and FAU with a 2-0 lead after 20 minutes of play. So set the timer on your phone, give it about 15 minutes as the Zamboni gets onto the ice now, and we'll be back with the second period of play right here on the LI Sports Network. We're back for period 2 here on the LI Sports Network. Travis Quigley on the call, Gabe DeCurry producing, Paul Trentini on the cam. FAU up 2-0 over the Rams as Farmingdale win the draw straight back to Andrew Barron, and he immediately covers up just 5 seconds gone by to start the second period. Off the D-zone draw now, Bridgewood clears it out. This one going all the way down. Keller wins the foot race to it. Out front, one-time try, save on O'Donnell. Cycled back down deep. O'Donnell looking for Keller. Keenan with a poke at it. Biller drops it back to Neuendijk, and he'll go cross ice for Bayshire. 3-on-2, make it a 4-on-2. Murphy to Bayshire, backdoor, one-timer, Andrew Barron! What a stop! O'Donnell back over the line. Sees Bruno make a save, and Barron says, I'll raise you one there. Rams take possession. Keller opens up and shoots. Blocker save. Back and forth, just 55 seconds gone by in the middle period. O'Donnell poking it over, but Leach Wilson couldn't keep it in. Biller gets it out. O'Donnell met him. Neuendijk couldn't chip it past O'Donnell. He'll fire it in. Bruno out, stops it with his right skate. Signoretti off the bench, first forechecker. Now Ivers joins the fray, and Ivers takes it away. Still tied up with Keenan. Keenan uses the size. Weak side wrap, Leppert there, nobody on him. Puts it towards the goal, kicked back out, high slot. Ivers to Signoretti. Back over for Ivers, just in front of him. LeChase, pass hits the back of the net. Keeps working for it, slides it to the point. Leach Wilson doesn't get it through. Cycle play knocked out of the air by Keenan off the glass and hacked down the sheet by Pepe. Icing called on FAU. Let's take a look at those two saves. First, the stop from Rocco Bruno. Great pass out front. Bruno stops it with the blocker on the 1T chance. And we'll get you that Barron save in the next stoppage as we're back to action here after the icing. FAU right out. Neuendijk over the blue line. Drop pass. Shot there. Save. Rebound. Pushed away. McGregor. Signoretti clears it out. Zemba on the dump in. Barron will leave it for Smith. Smith's pass ends up way in the air. Ivers, high flip to neutral ice. Olivero gloves it, goes right back north. Pepe takes a bump from Ivers. Smith gloves down the dump in, stretches it out for Signoretti. 3-on-2 for Farmingdale. Signoretti has LeChase, hits him. LeChase can't get the pass across. Zemba gets it out over to Pepe. Pepe slowed up by McGregor. They continue to battle for the biscuit. To the slot, intercepted. Smith to Ivers, 2-on-1. Ivers and Signoretti. Ivers to Signoretti. One-timer goes wide. Cuccia to the middle. Georgiano leading the rush now. Snapshot blocked by Smith. Duffy collects. Rolls out through the middle. Tim Duffy recollects it in the corner. We'll find Kravitz with the pass. His shot gets through. Save Bruno. Nolte back low to Lombardo. Pressure on immediately by Keating. And backhanded across to Ross. Easy exit there for the Owls. Vasiliev looking back over for Ross. Doesn't go. Lombardo spins it out of the zone. Took a deflection. Bruno looking to clear. He does. Glove down by Lombardo just outside the blue. And he's tied up with Ross, dumped in by Duffy. Vasiliev run over by John Crodell. Big hit thrown by number 8 in white. Leppert going to start the breakout here. Lombardo springing. Leppert has a lot of speed. He'll dump it in, continue as the forechecker. Campagna's back, takes a check from Lombardo. Rodriguez off the bench, trying to drive the net. It's Duffy, wraparound, hits the side of the cage. Off the post, Del Grosso! So close. Gavin Del Grosso now the other way, a break for Lentz. He's in, can't get it through. Barron covers it up. Back and forth. Gavin Del Grosso, oh so close to his first career tally in a Rams sweater. Let's go back a couple minutes and take a look at that save from Andrew Barron on the 4-on-2. Quick puck movement right through the seam, and Biller's one-timer denied. Barron in the splits. What a beauty that was. And Barron just fixing up his pads right now. And 15:38 to go. 2-0 lead for FAU. Both goals back in the first period. One from Pepe, one from Ross. Pepe is third of the season, Ross is fourth. Tied up at the dot, out front off the stick of Barron. And now Del Grosso can wheel out. Moves it to Minio, just out of his reach. Murphy spins it north. Stabile over the blue. Drops it back, taken away by Rodriguez. Taub with possession again, drives in, stopped up by Smith. To the outside, Lentz to the point. It's Murphy, walks, fires, pad save. Murphy will get his own rebound. Del Grosso will take it right back though. Good stick work from the Rams forward. Little chip and chase. Del Grosso couldn't get there as Keenan reverses it. Quick up, Lentz to Murphy. Circles back and goes long for Taub. Ramps off a stick. Hits the fixture hanging off the ceiling. And we'll get the stoppage. 14:44 left in period 2. 2-0 lead for the Owls, as the draw will be inside the Rams zone. Again, I want to thank you all for joining us tonight on the LI Sports Network. A 3-game series that has now turned into a 2-game set thanks to tomorrow's snow, as the shot from the point goes right off the chest of Andrew Barron. FAU with a win will split the weekend. Farmingdale with a win will sweep the weekend, win the season series. Bridgewood blocks Keenan's shot. And now out of the zone, it's Keller. Bayshire slows him up, but Bridgewood following takes possession. Hits O'Donnell on the outside, back to Bridgewood. His pass is intercepted. Bayshire pokes it to Neuendijk. It's Neuendijk with numbers. Bayshire now drops it outside. Biller on the backhand. Keller got his stick in the way. Phenomenal back check from the Rams centerman. O'Donnell comes together with Biller. Nolte trying to clear, glove down Keenan. Little head fake and shoots. It's blocked as Kravitz got in the lane. Nolte with the check on Biller. Neuendijk to the point. Kravitz blocks that one, pops up in the air. Keenan a keep again. Glove save for Barron, who takes the whistle. Wholesale line change for Farmingdale. Fresh D pair out for the Owls, as we've played 6 minutes and 9 seconds here in period number 2. Could have goals from both sides if not for 2 heroic stops from Rocco Bruno and Andrew Barron of the Owls and Rams respectively. Zemba moves it D to D. Olivero taken away. Ivers hits Signoretti. Signoretti cuts in. Backdoor look. Broken up. Sliding back to get in the lane. Olivero took away a goal for the Rams. What a play. Take another look here. Ivers forces that turnover. Signoretti, little head fake. Thought about the shot. Was looking for the chase backdoor, and Olivero with a phenomenal block. Owls win it. Neuendijk cleared out to Bayshire, who gloves it down, has Biller to his right. Bayshire trying to dangle around Leach Wilson. Out front, paddled away by Barron. It pops over to Olivero, blocking the shot. Leppert. Olivero's pass doesn't get through. Neuendijk knocks it out of the air to keep it in. Across the seam, intercepted and cleared. Puck rolls up on edge and just makes it to being icing. That one was close. Farmingdale bench a little confused. We're thinking that one lost its juice and wasn't going to be an icing, but the call held up. So no change for the Rams and FAU. Elect to go left of Barron here. Cuccia will line up with LaChase, and LaChase wins it clean. Ahead for Ivers, who springs, and Ivers will have a one-on-one look. Ivers driving wide to his backhand save. Rebound pushed away, but a penalty is called, and Farmingdale will go on the power play. Great hustle from Ivers to create the chance. Tries to go off to his backhand, getting hooked in the process. Bruno way out of the blue paint, got the stop. And Farmingdale will get a power play look here. They have not had a lot of success on the power play this weekend. Went 0 for last night. They're 0 for so far tonight. Can they get a goal here as it's one back to O'Donnell. Out there with Lombardo, McGregor, Duffy, and Crodell. Sauced over to Duffy. McGregor center point. To the flank, O'Donnell. Shot blocked. Lombardo, rebound, puts it wide. Crodell fans on the pass. Up top now, McGregor. Left side, O'Donnell walks, shot blocked again. O'Donnell still trying to find it. It's Crodell back to Duffy. Now to McGregor. His one-timer blocked by Murphy. Lombardo struggling to get off the ice right now. Now he does. On the ice, Ivers. O'Donnell for Crodell. Pinned on the wall by Murphy. Getting some help from Ivers. Basher jumps in. Or pardon me, that's Seafelt who jumps in. And Seafelt will send it 200 feet. We'll keep our eye on 44 in white, Jace Lombardo. As Duffy will lead the breakout. Drops it back for Nolte. Nolte to Ivers. And Ivers gets over the blue line. Tries to wrap it to the weak side. Didn't get much on it. And Murphy will clear. Barron will leave it for Chris Keller. LaChase, Bridgewood, Ivers, Keller, Nolte. Back to Nolte from Keller. He'll fake right, go left. Carries in on the outside. It's going to be forced around the net. Slides it over to Bridgewood. To Keller now, over for Ivers. Ivers, little head fake for LaChase. Back up top, it's Pat Nolte. Returns it to Ivers. He has a lane to walk. His shot off the skate of Bruno. Keller puts it down the wall for LaChase. Overskates the puck. Murphy will clear it out. Ross ahead, turnover forced by Ivers. Back to 5-on-5 we go here as the Owls again successfully kill off the penalty. Ivers for LaChase. Back to Bridgewood. Bridgewood denied by Bruno. And we get a stoppage as the net came off. Rams thought it was a whistle for the puck being covered up. It was not. The puck was still free, but the net came off its moorings, and that's why we got the stoppage there. Rodriguez wins the faceoff to the boards. Murphy meets it, and he'll put it off the glass and out of play into the Farmingdale bench. Minio and Tom for the faceoff. It's in the skates of Minio. Who's going to get it free? Minio works it back to the point. Leppert back to Minio, across for Kravitz. Rolling puck, settles, and we'll just put it softly to the corner. It's Del Grosso. Pinned there by Zemba. Kravitz on the keep-in, but it's stolen away, and Stabile's off to the races. Minio on his horse, gets back, knocks him down. Joe Minio, what a back check there. Minio not in the lineup last night, returns tonight, and certainly made an impact right there with that back check. As you can see, he gets back to the bench. He's not on the camera right now, so I'll describe it for you. He's getting a lot of head taps, a lot of pats on the back right now from his teammates. As that helps rally the troops, little plays like that. As it comes back, Zemba couldn't keep it. He'll retreat and move it D to D. Jace Lombardo is back on the ice. So good to see nothing major there happen with him, just a little stinger possibly. Crodell for Lombardo. Off the board, Zemba on the keep. Up top again, Olivero blasts it. Barron kept it out. Lombardo for Duffy. Crodell springing. Duffy through the middle with a shot that ramps up a stick and goes out of play on the 3-on-2 zone entry. Go right at Bruno here. 9:43 to go in the period 2, so we're past the halfway point of this game. Owls with a 2-0 lead. Here at the Northwell Health Ice Center, Crodell right off the draw possesses. Spins to the boards. Leaves it for Lombardo. Comes back with Keenan, reverse play. Broken out to Neuendijk through the middle. Kicks it outside. Biller. Drop pass. Jackson Neuendijk. Neuendijk's shot off a twig. Crodell backhands it over to Lombardo. Lombardo, quick head fake, lost his footing, but he keeps the puck. Lombardo still working for it, pinned by Keenan. They're both going down to the ice. Crodell takes possession for the Rams on his back check. And a long pass for Duffy. Duffy collects it, has Lombardo driving, just too far in front of him. Lombardo back in front, Neuendijk read it. Neuendijk absolutely swarmed right now, couldn't keep possession. Basher following it up, gives it back. Snaps it to Biller, missed his tape, but no icing as Neuendijk was on the right side of the red. Nolte, weak side wrap. Stopped up Duffy, goes long for Ivers, and Ivers has LeChase driving, 2-on-1 chance. Ivers to LeChase, backhand try, he scores! Joe LeChase, just like last night, gets the first for the Rams. He makes it 2-1. Poise and patience from Thomas Ivers, might as well be his middle name. Delays and waits for LeChase, finds him on the tape, and a silky move for him, backhand to beat Bruno, froze him in his spot, and he makes it 2-1, the captain of Farmingdale. Right off the draw, it's LeChase sliding it to Signoretti. He gets it back. Looking for Signoretti. Couldn't get his piece of the stick on it. What a play there, as it's right back out to neutral ice. Georgiano dumps it in. Kuchia pinned by Leppert. LeChase on a weak side wrap. Vasiliev on the dump. Leach Wilson stretches his out. Signoretti couldn't get there. Dumped right back in by Leach Wilson, though, who followed the play up. Campagna up the wall to Pepe. Through the middle, Kuchia now to Georgiano. Clean breakout for the Owls as it skips low. Big goal there from LeChase. Campagna for Keating. Keating to Pepe. 3-on-2 into the zone. Pepe walks and Leach Wilson will block the shot. Stays in the rink. Ivers has Signoretti springing. Just going to try to get it out. He does. Olivero stops it up, though. Dump in, blocked down by Ivers. Ivers puts it cross corner. Signoretti first to touch. Chips it past Zemba. Toe drag for Signoretti. Moves it to Keller. Now to O'Donnell. Touch pass. Didn't get much on it. Wins possession back. Pass is blocked, though, by Olivero. Keller with a big hit. Seafelt takes it from Bridgewood. Keller works back, but it's poked out by Jason Seafelt. D to D look, McGregor on the dump in. 6:45 to go, period number 2. Seafelt through the middle. It's Keating for Ross. Bridgewood intercepts. O'Donnell throws it in. Bruno couldn't get his paddle on it. Zemba knocked off the puck by Keller. Keller has it in his skates, trying to work out front. Seefeld from the corner sends it all the way down. It's bouncing and will not make it for an icing. McGregor has Ross on his tail. Moves it D to D for Smith and a quick touch pass. Missed Bridgewood, but Minio off the bench going to catch up to it. Drops it back for Bridgewood. Bridgewood protecting the puck, one hand on the stick. And miscommunication between he and Minio, but Minio pokes it away and takes possession once more. Minio for Kravitz. Kravitz, shot blocked. Keenan in the lane. Keenan gets the pass. Moves outside for Emilio Stabile. Stabile's shot, save Barron. Pass hits the outside of the net. Nolte swings it to Minio. Minio, backhand through the middle, looking for Rodriguez. It will clear the zone. Hinged back for Keenan. Del Grosso F1, Keenan trying to evade him. Turns it over, Rodriguez reads it, right to Del Grosso. Fans on the shot. Del Grosso stops up, trying to put it to the corner. It's cleared out by the Owls. Nolte to Kravitz, and he goes back to him. Nolte for Kravitz again, he'll take it off the boards. Hits Del Grosso, who ramps it into the zone. 5 minutes to go in period 2. Keenan up the wall. Basher, touch middle for Tov. 2-on-2 with Biller. Biller over the line, receiving the pass. He'll shoot. Save Barron. To the point for Basher. Walks to the middle. That went wide. Biller takes it away from Duffy. Puts it back low. Through the middle. And now Duffy's going to get the pass from Leach Wilson. He'll have a one-on-one look. Duffy trying to dangle through, slowed down, and bumped to the ice by Vasiliev, but he pops up and recovers possession to the slot. Leppert broken up, doesn't get it to the cage. Good look there from Duffy. Crodell to the point for Leach Wilson. Throws it back low for Duffy. For Lombardo, tried to stuff it, and a pad save for Bruno. Crodell all the way around to Duffy. For Lombardo again. Tim Duffy has it in the near corner. Jace Lombardo, wraparound try, save Bruno. Neuendijk takes it. He's crunched against the wall. Comes up the boards, kept in Lombardo. Duffy protects and puts it around to Crodell. Farmingdale keeping the Owls hemmed in on this shift. Duffy trying to go out front, and it's taken away now. And out come FAU. To Neuendijk. Neuendijk protects. Save made, Barron! A slick pass, and Neuendijk tries to flip it in across Barron's body. The Rams sophomore netminder read him and got it with the shoulder, covering up. Farmingdale win it. Smith right to Signoretti. Hits Ivers on the tape. Ivers carries in from left to right. Behind the net to Joe LaChase. That pass gets blocked. It's Zemba who puts it weak side for Georgiano. Georgiano, high flip. Glove down by LaChase. Taken right back by the Owls and Zemba. It's Pepe with possession. He'll cut middle around McGregor. Pass is blocked by Tommy Smith. Ivers to Signoretti now, and Ivers is driving. Signoretti protecting. Signoretti to Smith. Couldn't get it through off the heel of the twig. Signoretti took a hit. Goes to the ice with Zemba. LaChase goes to battle with Seefeld. Ivers, another takeaway forced. Olivero leads the breakout. Pepe to Olivero, taken, but Pepe gets it back. Offside on the Owls. 2:36 remaining in period 2. 2-1 lead for FAU. Both goals to the Owls in the first period. Blaze, Pepe, and David Ross, the goal scorers for Farmingdale. One here in the second, and it was the captain, Joe LaChase, who got the Rams on the board on the 2-on-1 look. Off the glass, played back out. Keenan quick across to Seefeld. Goes through the middle. Shot from Keating, kicked away. Bridgewood turns up ice. It's Dylan Bridgewood. Puts it past Keenan to the slot. O'Donnell over the net and wide. It's back with Dylan Bridgewood. One-hand protection for Kravitz. Jumps over the stick. O'Donnell keeping it low. Pops over Bridgewood. Shot, save, rebound. Puck is still loose. Both sides poking at it. And Bruno will put the glove over top quickly. From the point, Bridgewood shot block. Now Kravitz. That goes out of play off of O'Donnell. Rams continue to battle after the draw. Owls trying to clear desperately here. Alone in front, Keller couldn't put it in. It's still loose. Pops over to Nolte. Save made, Bruno. Murphy trying to clear. Now Bruno's throwing punches. Bruno and Keller are going at it here. Bruno lost his helmet. It'll be interesting to see what comes out of this. Looks like Keller's getting the gate here. Kind of caught the end of it here between Keller and Bruno as they got locked up. And Bruno is getting the gate here. And this might be a problem for FAU because Gunnar Stevens is wearing a hoodie right now. I don't think he was expecting the play. So Bruno and Keller are tossed out of the game. Bruno just shown the door. Keller was shown the door a few seconds ago. Stevens, I don't think, was ready to play because he just had to take off the hoodie and towel.
Now he's just getting shit talked all the time because this team's all the way over there. Somebody go help your goalie. He's getting shit talked. You got three guys giving it to him. The whole fucking team's sitting at the bench. This guy was just in a hoodie 5 seconds ago. His team's just leaving on the other end of the ice. I mean, I'm short.
So everything going to stay 5-on-5. Keller out of the game. Bruno out of the game. Rocco Bruno hearing it a little bit from the Farmingdale crowd as he decided to emerge from the locker room without a shirt on. Well, we're still underway playing hockey here at the Northwell Health Ice Center. Again, staying 5-on-5. Gunnar Stevens in the net now. This is just his 4th appearance of the season. As it pops out across his blue paint, Crodell cycles it to Lombardo. Lombardo protecting the puck, rolling around. Basher takes it, but Crodell wins it back. Cycles it hard in. Kravitz pinches, takes it. Run into by Zemba. Duffy collects Stevens. Trying to cover it. We get a stoppage. as it's picking up here at Northwell between the Owls and the Rams. Looks like it's Duffy and Neuendijk who are wrapped up together right now. Duffy being taken to the box. And it's just Duffy getting called for a penalty. He's getting 2 for cross-checking. And the Owls are going to go on the power play. So now FAU with a power play chance. Very late in period 2. They had a power play late in the first and they capitalized. Can they do it again? Neuendijk wins it back for Basher. Back to Neuendijk, final minute of the second. Neuendijk walks across to the right flank, moves it to Murphy. Went under his stick, but Basher there to settle it down. Goal line for Biller. He'll walk, no shot. Goes back to the point, it's Murphy. Murphy to Neuendijk. Back over to Basher. Puts it down to the corner. Keenan with it for Basher. Now Murphy center point. Finds a lane and shoots off the body of Keenan. Little friendly fire. And now Crodell sends it all the way down and hustles off for a change. Nolte, Lombardo jump off as well. Leppert, Bridgewood, LaChase jump on the ice. Neuendijk gonna lead the rush here. Looks to slide it middle. Pops over to Keenan, now Murphy has it. Murphy drags, can't get a shot off. Leppert slows him down, and Kravitz will throw it out to neutral ice, and that is how the second will expire. Not before Bridgewood plays the body on Basher, and a couple of Owls come over, and they have a problem with that, but playing the puck until the final buzzer. So Keller and Bruno got tossed out of this game. I don't have live stats right now, so I'll find out during intermission what the official call is. But I'm going to presume it's fighting and game misconducts. But again, I will get that official call for you guys during this intermission. And when we come back, I will be able to relay that info for you. Before we head to our break, we will recap the second period. As an early chance here for the Rams was shut down. No icing called. It was beat out by Keller. Right out front for O'Donnell, and Bruno made a big save there to keep his side up 2-0. And likewise for Andrew Barron to keep it 2-0. Makes an incredible post-to-post split save. Just robs Leon Biller on that opportunity there. As we see a chance from Signoretti and LaChase after Ivers forced the turnover. Just great hustle from Olivero to dive back and get the stick in the lane and break up that opportunity. As we come back now, 8.5 left, 2-on-1, Ivers and LaChase. It's Ivers who hits the captain in the wheelhouse, and he quickly goes forehand, backhand, and roofs it over the pad of Rocco Bruno. And the last opportunity of the period, about 3 and change left. The last grade A opportunity, I'll say. Neuendijk got the pass from Basher, and Barron read him the whole way through as he tried to make the move and go back short side. Owls still lead this one 2-1. Both goals in the first period. Blaise Pepe, David Ross. Joe LaChase, as we just saw, got the Rams on the board in the middle frame. When we come back, there will be 57 seconds left on the penalty to Tim Duffy. 20 minutes of hockey remaining here at the Northwell Health Ice Center and in the season series between the Rams and the Owls. We needed extra time last night. Will we need extra time again? Stick with us here. We'll find out in a little bit. 2-1, FAU on top. Travis Quigley here on the call, Gabe Zakuri producing, and Paul Trentini on the camera. Live here on the LI Sports Network. Grab a snack, grab a drink, set that timer. We'll be back in 15 with the third period of play. We're back live on the LI Sports Network. Travis Quigley here taking you through the call. Gabe Takuri producing. Paul Trentini on the cam. 2-1 Owls and a 57-second power play as Tim Duffy is in the box for cross-checking. Neuendijk has the puck, gets the stick lifted by Crodell. Crodell drives in and shoots. Glove save. Gunnar Stevens in the net now as Rocco Bruno got 5 for fighting in a game DQ, as did Chris Keller for the Rams. Stevens 2-1 with a 6.0 goals against average and a .757 save percentage. Puck down low for the Owls. Duffy set to return in 20. Keenan posting up behind the net. Corner Basher. Bad angle shot, save made, hacked over to Neuendijk. Now to Murphy. Murphy to a knee. Lombardo in the lane. That's blocked by Kravitz. Kravitz looking to clear. Now Lombardo gets it all the way, and the Rams will kill off the penalty. Duffy out of the box. A minute gone here in the third. Signoretti on the keep-in. Hacked away from him. Dished over to Basher. Basher over. Biller to the goal line. Murphy off the boards. Couldn't settle it down. Bouncing puck. It's Leppert cutting the net. Got the stick lifted, lost it. It's back with Biller. Leach Wilson jumps it and will put it out to center ice. Ivers read it. Toe drags through. Ivers taken down on the way to the net. And a power play coming up here for Farmingdale. Good bit of skill from Thomas Ivers to generate the chance, and now Murphy goes to the box, 2 for tripping. Duffy, Crodell, O'Donnell, Lombardo, and McGregor out on the ice for Farmingdale. Cuccia, Stiefelt, Olivero, Zemba for the kill. Crodell wins it clean back to O'Donnell. For McGregor. Lombardo. Now O'Donnell up top, returns it low. Jace Lombardo to the goal line. John Crodell. Little head fake. Goes back up to the point. O'Donnell walks middle. Outside for Crodell. He'll drag. Evades 2, but is poked away last second before he could pull the trigger. Back with O'Donnell. Slide it to McGregor. Now to Duffy. McGregor. O'Donnell wanted the one-timer. Wasn't in the wheelhouse. He races after it to keep it in. Took a hard check on the boards. And another penalty going to be called here. And Farmingdale going to get a 5-on-3 chance here as O'Donnell got crunched in the numbers. So with 1:23 left on the penalty to Jake Murphy, Seafelt goes to the box. He's going to get called for boarding. Rams put a fresh 5 out there. Ivers, LaChase, Bridgewood, Signoretti, and Nolte. 2-minute boarding call on Seafelt. Bridgewood takes the draw with Nieuwendyk. Nieuwendyk wins it. Nieuwendyk, Keenan, and Campagna killing for the Owls as it's sent all the way down. Signoretti leaves it for Nolte. Nolte leading the rush into the zone. Drops it off to the boards. Across for LeChase. LeChase, pass is blocked. Ivers slides it to LeChase. Plenty of time still on this 5-on-3. LeChase rolls to the goal line. Bridgewood to the point. Signoretti. Net is knocked off by Stevens as he was trying to push off the post to the top of the crease. Same spot for the draw, Bridgewood, Nieuwendyk, and Nieuwendyk just whacks at it and clears the zone. Signoretti to Nolte. Back to Signoretti, leaves it for Ivers, who was swooping in with speed. Ivers couldn't get the pass over, got a stick lift, but Nieuwendyk will clear it once again. 25 seconds left on the penalty to Murphy. Ivers off, O'Donnell on. Signoretti to Bridgewood. Carries over the blue. Goes across to O'Donnell. He'll settle it down. Luke Signoretti. O'Donnell. Walks to the middle. Drops it. Signoretti. Goes back door. Bridgewood. One-timer. They score! On the power play. Second of the night for Joe LeChase, and we're tied at 2. The drop pass to Signoretti goes through the seam for Bridgewood, and great patience as he gets Stevens and I believe that was Keenan to bite. Left LeChase all alone in front, and all he had to do was tap it into the empty net, and I think we have trouble with our goal horn because it's been played and reset about 17 times in the last 10 seconds. Rams win the draw right after tying it up on the power play goal. Came at 5-on-3, still a 5-on-4 here for 30 seconds. Leppert to Duffy. He'll move it to McGregor, who has a lane to carry into the zone. 6th of the year for LeChase, 2nd of the night. McGregor tied up with Murphy, who will now take it. Slides it back to Keenan. Duffy unable to keep the zone. Crodell has it collecting in front of his own bench. Didn't get much on that pass to Leppert, and he'll just keep it himself now. Keeps wheeling. It's Crodell driving wide. Takes it around the net. Wrap try. Stevens unable to cover it. Keenan clears it out. McGregor just stops it up as Seafelt comes out of the penalty box and will take it away. Duffy over to play the body, knocks him off the puck, and Seafelt lost his stick as well. McGregor to Leppert. Leppert gonna carry. He takes a check from Keating as he dumps it into the corner. 4.5 gone by in period 3. Rodriguez F1. Trying to take it from Murphy. Duffy on the stick lift. Still there, Rodriguez. Becomes a 2-on-2. Pulled free by Keenan. Moves it to Seafelt. Goes through the middle. And out of the zone comes Ross. Has Keating driving the net. Ross with the shot. Barron keeps it tight to the body. And holds for the whistle. 15:07 to go in regulation. We're tied up at 2. Ross and Pepe for the Owls. Joe LeChase for the Rams with 2 here in this one tonight. Owls possess from the point, goes wide. Hit a body on the way through. Rodriguez to Del Grosso, and he'll carry it out. We'll put the puck cross corner, Olivero. Slap shot doesn't clear. Seafelt couldn't get it out. Comes back to Keating. Del Grosso takes it away. Del Grosso trying to pass it to the slot. It'll be covered quickly by Gunnar Stevens. Stevens forced into this game after Rocco Bruno got the gate. 5 minutes for fighting and a game misconduct. for himself and for Chris Keller of the Rams. Right towards the end of period number 2. Zemba looking through the middle. It eventually comes out after kicking off a shin pad. Right back to O'Donnell. He blew a tire. It's dumped in off the glass by Theander. Stabile got there. Puts it around for Olivero at the point. Not sure Barron saw that clean. Hit the glass and went back to neutral ice. Taub hacked away by Bridgewood. He'll run into Olivero. Minio has to delay as Bridgewood needs to tag up. He'll drop it back from McGregor, now to Smith. Hits Minio, no part of me, O'Donnell, who pokes it in deep. Bridgewood heads off for a change. Ivers jumps on the ice. Through the middle for Taub. Poked away, Ivers. He's been great with the stick tonight. Taub gets it back, drives wide on McGregor, tucks the shoulder, angles him behind the net. Back to the point. Campagna shot, save, rebound Stabile, hooking it towards the goal, and it's blocked by Smith and covered up by Barron. Rams control it. Nolte off the wall. Ivers takes possession. Keeps going wide. Pass gets blocked by Campagna. Neuendijk drops it back to him. Up the boards for Basher. Gets the puck. Skates it out. Goes across to Biller. Jumped over his stick and Kravitz clears. Dumped right back in as the Owls look to get on the forecheck. Signoretti on the stick lift. Ahead for Ivers. Knocks it out of the air. 1-on-2 for Ivers. Ivers driving in around the cage. Out to the front. Signoretti doesn't get there in time. Neuendijk breaks up the pass. Moves it outside for Murphy. Murphy defended by Nolte. Continues around. Curling back. Taken by Kravitz. Kravitz is clear, hits Joe LaChase, he finds it, goes backwards for Nolte, almost taken there, but Nolte traps it, gets the red line, dumps it in. Stevens for Keenan, he'll put it to the weak side for Biller. Biller out for Cuccia. Cuccia had it hacked away by Crodell. Pepe there for Cuccia, across to Keenan. Keenan shot through, and Barron will make the stop. .12:05 left in regulation, 2-2 game. Rams win it. Olivero gloved it down, but it did come out to neutral ice, and Crodell takes the puck away. Drives around Pepe. Crodell to the net on his backhand. Knocked to the ice. Puck is still free somewhere. And now we get the whistle. There is a delayed penalty, and the Rams will go back on the power play once more. Hook and call on Pepe. 11:51 to play. Farmingdale 1 for 3 tonight on the power play. Can they capitalize again and take the lead for the first time tonight? It's the Crodell unit with Lombardo, O'Donnell, Duffy, and McGregor. One back to O'Donnell. Crodell has been uber successful at the faceoff dot tonight. Played down low for Crodell. He's knocked off the puck by Keenan, and he'll send it all the way down. O'Donnell drops it for McGregor. McGregor carries in. A little backhand low. It's run into by Murphy. Trying to drop it back to the point. Duffy, nobody there. Duffy's racing back to try to beat Georgiano. O'Donnell as well. Cuccia joins the play. And now it's tied up against the boards. Bit of a miscommunication at the point after it was McGregor who led the rush. Nobody held back for him. And now Lombardo will carry out. Over the line with a shot that's blocked. Gets his own rebound for Ivers. That's blocked again. Bridgewood tied up. Ivers with a hit to knock him to the ice. Lombardo to Duffy. Now Ivers. Pass blocked. Bridgewood takes it. Back for Ivers. Went through his legs. Keenan carrying, and now throwing it down. Lentz with the stick lift. Touches up, which will negate the high stick. And Lentz puts it back in front. Nobody there. Bridgewood back into the corner with it. He's run into. Again, miscommunication between the Rams. Nobody there to get that puck. Just 18 seconds left on the power play here for Farmingdale. Crodell to Signoretti. Into the zone. Through the seam, it's LaChase. He shoots, save, rebound. Stevens covers it. LaChase trying to go high glove to secure the hat trick. Back to Leppert. Blocked. Back to 5-on-5 now. To Ivers. Couldn't get it through. Olivero scoops and skates it out. Missed Biller with the pass. And Leppert wins the foot race. Icing called on FAU. O'Donnell, Minio, Bridgewood jump out onto the ice for Farmingdale. It's one back in the direction of McGregor, but Biller got to it first, enters the zone. Trying to slide it to Neuendijk, taken away by the Rams as they just immediately swarm Biller, but he'll keep it in. Hits Neuendijk. Neuendijk shoots. McGregor with the block. As the Rams learned last night, can't give Neuendijk space. He scored 4 on him. Hasn't been on the board yet tonight, but we know he's looking for it. Minio collects, goes through the middle to Bridgewood, touches it to O'Donnell, and he's run into by Keating. McGregor for Leppert. O'Donnell directs it into the zone. He'll go off for a change, as does Leppert. Olivero. Over for Keating. Keating winds up for a slap shot. That was about 10 feet wide. Back down low. Keating meets it. Smith puts the body on him. It's kicked free to Leach Wilson. He'll cut back, create some space, and comes to the near side wall for Smith. Smith to Trabb, poked middle. Doesn't get to Rodriguez. Dumped back in by Ross. Smith cuts the net. Theander giving chase. Smith on the backhand, came behind Trabb. Rodriguez gets there and will hack it into the zone. Smith stops it, D-to-D for Leach Wilson. Pass behind Rodriguez, still got a touch on it. Behind the net. Duffy met it, but he was also met by a defender. Nolte from the point. Off a body, goes wide. Tov drops it back, kept in by Kravitz. Vasiliev breaks it out to Tov. High flip, and getting to it first, Beal hooks it in front. And Crodell there with the stick down, put it back to the corner. Lentz left it for Murphy, goes to the goal line. Stabile defended by Nolte, slides it over to Lentz. Up top, shot, blocked by Duffy. pops 30 feet in the air. Murphy with a chance to walk in and shoot. Glove saved by Barron. Read that the whole way. 7:08 to go here in the third period. 2-all between FAU and FSC. Travis Quigley here on the mic. On the cam, Paul Trentini, our producer, Gabe Takuri. Rams looking to sweep the season set. Owls want to split it. Tomorrow's game has been canceled due to the snow, so just 2 meetings between these teams instead of the originally planned 3. Point, D-to-D look, and Duffy got a piece of it, couldn't get it out. Leppert will jump up and slide it ahead for Lombardo, just out of reach. Georgiano to Pepe. Pepe drops it back off for Georgiano right before entering the zone and gets it returned to him. He'll open up and shoot, blocked off. Duffy trying to touch it middle, Keenan keeps it in. Leach Wilson for Crodell. Makes the pass to Duffy, who will turn and enter the zone. Lost his footing, and that allows Murphy to take the puck. Crodell's going to keep this one in, puts it back deep. 6:20 remaining in the third. As it's cleared out by the Owls, Biller off the bench. Hacked back north by McGregor. Farmingdale will get a forward line change here. Jackson Neuendijk gets the puck with a lot of speed, and he is going right now. Neuendijk's by himself, he'll shoot. Barron makes the stop with the blocker. No rebound given. It's as close to an NHL level shot you're going to see at this level. As Jackson Neuendijk, the Canisius transfer, wins the draw. Back for Bayshire, hits the outside of the net. High flip going to go out of play. Bayshire right in the slot with a backhander, kicked away. Rebound, spinned across. Nobody there, and Ivers will turn out. It's Ivers to the slot. LeChase shoots off the stick of Zemba. Good look from Ivers to LeChase. Comes off the leg of LeChase. He'll circle back into his own zone. He's got some space. And now off the wall to Ivers. Ivers with a touch to the middle, but couldn't hold on to possession as Neuendijk resorts it back to Bayshire. Bayshire into the zone. Curling to the point, cycling in for Neuendijk. Looking for Biller, out of the zone. Signoretti hits Ivers, and Ivers is on a break. Thomas Ivers saves Stevens. Got it with the right arm. And back out FAU, Biller middle for Zemba, taken by O'Donnell. FAU close to being too many men right there. They didn't play the puck, so they won't get called for it. Leppert goes back off the glass and down. Murphy will get there and stop behind the net. O'Donnell gives chase. Minio in to help his F2. Back through the middle. Murphy couldn't drag it around Bridgewood. And Bridgewood hacks it into the zone, batted down by Keenan. Minio in there, taking possession, or at least trying to, as Keenan pulls it off the boards. And now it's slid to Seafelt. FAU with the puck. Seafelt around for Keating. 4:20 remaining in regulation. Minio trying to get it out. It's Leppert, high flip. And at the red line, Keenan will stop it up. Starts to skate it in, now hits Seafelt. Couldn't get around Leppert. Forced him to the corner. Seafelt slides it to Ross. He shoots, save made. And Minio clears it out. Crodell racing down, realizes he won't beat Keenan, so he slows up, and icing will be called on Farmingdale. A couple of tired bodies out there for the Rams. FAU get to pick which side they take the face-off from. Crodell and Tov. Crodell wins it. Leppert off the glass, batted out of the air by Murphy. No high stick call. Play continues here. Stabile behind the net. Out front, chance here, blocked. Second try in the slot, still Minia whacks it away. Leach Wilson jumps up. Can he clear the zone? No. We apologize, fans at home. Had a brief internet crash. I hope it wasn't out for too long on you guys and I was able to recover that rather quickly. But again, apologize for the crash that we had there. Back here, we've got overtime coming up between the Farmingdale State College Rams and the Florida Atlantic University Owls. 2-2 the scoreline. For FAU back in the first period, it was Blaze Pepe and David Ross. In the second period, the captain Joe LaChase, and then he got his second of the night in the third to tie us up at 2, and OT is underway here at the Northwell Health Ice Center. Thank you to Rams and Owls fans and everyone in between for joining us tonight here on LISN. Nolte with Crodell and Lombardo. Basher out there with Neuendijk and Murphy. Overtime for the second straight game between these two squads. It's wrapped around Miss Nolte, and Neuendijk's going to take possession for FAU. Lombardo back over to Duffy. He shoots well over the net. 4-on-4 now. Final minute of OT. Neuendijk is flying ahead. Toe drags around Leppert. Neuendijk broken up by Lombardo. All the way back for Olivero. Again, apologies for the internet crash here. We're hoping it stays clean for us the rest of the way through OT. Neuendijk carries, moves it to Biller. Biller stops up inside the circle, back for Neuendijk. He shoots, he scores! Jackson Neuendijk, the overtime hero, and FAU win it 3-2. Big time win for the Owls to help them split the series here with Farmingdale. A 3-2 victory in overtime. A massive win for the number 9 team in the Southeast region. Farmingdale and FAU will split here in this one, as the Owls skate off to a round of applause right now, and backup goalie Gunnar Stevens gets plenty of pats on the back as he made a couple of big saves in this one. Farmingdale, oh so close to a victory. Jace Lombardo rung the crossbar late. And going back the other way, the Owls able to secure the winner. And who else but Jackson Neuendijk, his 5th goal of the weekend, his 22nd on the season, and the overtime winner here at Northwell. Want to thank all you FAU fans for joining us here this weekend. Again, as mentioned a few times throughout the broadcast, unfortunately, tomorrow afternoon's matchup has been canceled due to the impending weather, the snowstorm coming in here on Long Island. So no 3-game set between these two squads. Unfortunately, we'll have to do with just the 2 games, but I think that these two squads delivered with excellent matchups, both Friday night and here tonight. Both games going to overtime. Farmingdale winning in a shootout last night, and FAU tonight. So for FAU, they return back to their home state, the Sunshine State, to take on the University of Florida next weekend, before they get ready for a 3-game set with the University of Tampa. And for the Rams, They'll be back in action next weekend. First on the road, taking on Montclair State, and then they'll return home here to Northwell for a matchup against UConn. Once again, final score 3-2 in favor of FAU, securing a big victory before flying back home tomorrow night. I want to thank you all so much for joining us here on the LI Sports Network. Everybody from Florida here on Long Island, Owls fans, Rams fans, hockey fans in general. We really appreciate you viewing, supporting the two teams, the athletes on the ice, of course supporting us here at LISN, and being active in the chat as always. Got to thank Paul Trentini on the camera, Gabe Curry producing for us tonight. My name is Travis Quigley. Again, thank you so much for joining us here, and we'll see you next time, as always, on the LI Sports Network.